All right, everybody. It is the Studying Brew episode 520. Woo! Yeah, for this day in June, we've got Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. This is where we show you how to get those high scores, master exam taking. This is the one. These are the ones you do not want to miss.
Nope.
So put your seatbelts on. Put that chair in the upright position because we're about ready to take off. Let's go, Brando.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
I felt like I was doing that on my walk earlier.
Yeah, because you were. You don't need to feel like it. You were. It was straight 3 miles of Brandy doing that. Just shuffling. If you want to know how Brandy walks, she shuffles.
Yeah.
Won't run.
Nope.
Won't walk fast.
No.
But she will shuffle.
Sure.
Yeah, just shuffling down the street.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. She just likes to dance,
Moves.
party.
Dance.
Meanwhile, in my ears, it's like, really heavy music, Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Different.
Yeah, I don't listen to that.
Yeah.
I had some Katy Perry on early.
Yeah.
Or-
Mine sounds like, literally my earbuds are side kicking my eardrums with anger.
Meanwhile,
But it's positivity.
Yeah, I know. Okay, guys, I always say this about Andy's music. I have to, right? First of all, one of the bands he listens to is Hatebreed. So there's number one.
It's positive.
Number two, very strong, like growth and positivity and rising above. All these strong positive messages.
Yeah.
Tell me why they have to say it in a very angry, growling voice. So you're like, man, this guy's really angry.
I get amped. I'm ready to go.
Get it? I
I'm
want
ready to
the
go
same
kill the
lyrics.
day.
I want to see the same lyrics sang by like new kids.
It's funny that you say that, but because there is an artist who converted like all these old hardcore songs that have these messages in it, these positive messages, like redid, like, for some people that know this music, Pro Mags, Agnostic Front, they have an acoustic version and it sounds like Starbucks music, and it sounds like that one song, Walking on Sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that vibe.
Okay, I want it.
Yeah, I can't handle it. I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
blasphemy.
There, you go a little too far with Starbucks vibe. I want a little bit more.
Well, to me it is.
Sure, it's probably like
It's probably like everybody's normal music. I'm just like,
Jacqueline.
give me a cup of coffee. Susan, where's my muffin? All right, let's get this thing underway. All right, my name is Andy. I'm the guy that sits over here and just, minds my business and answers the phones, because we got the professor over here hard at work, and that's my job because she's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know to pass these exams. And tonight we are going to do Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. This is where we give out those helpful tips, tricks, and techniques to help you pass those exams, folks. If it was just as easy as memorizing content and scoring high in your favorite mastery, most of you wouldn't even be here because it would already been passed.
Yep.
But it ain't. It ain't about that, because you got to learn how to read these questions. You got to make sure you're seeing through the smoke and mirrors.
Yep.
You got to see that you're connecting your own common sense and your life experience of just the simple words.
Yeah.
Not even really focusing on content sometimes.
Correct.
And what do we mean by that? Well, we're going to show you tonight, and we're going to get to it right now. Go ahead and start the commercial, Brandy, because nothing's free without having a commercial. And then we're just going to be sponsored by the fine people at KonaButterflyz, members like you, right? Is that how public television does it?
Yes.
Members definitely paved the way for this to be free. Thank you, members, for paying, because nothing's for free. We wouldn't have the lights on. We definitely wouldn't have internet, right? And so we definitely want to thank them. And if you want to become a member and get into our course material, it's all original content, videos, audios. We have our own 21-day plan, the OG 21-day plan that's been copied other places but never duplicated because it doesn't have Brandy and her simple way of talking. In those videos, guys, we make it real. Some people claim that it's an easy to understand language. Let me tell you, there is nothing easier than understanding Brandy's way of teaching. Get in on that, because when she explains some of this stuff, you're just going to be like, wow, now I get it. Why is it so difficult everywhere else? I don't know.
I've asked myself that so many times.
But I'll let them keep doing them, and we'll just do us.
Phone
So
passing.
And yeah, get in on it. We got 90, I think we're at 99, 98 or 99. I don't know. I have to check the numbers again, but 98, 99 passes for the year, 303 last year. Folks, it works. You just got to just commit to this program, give yourself some grace, and just keep going. You know, it's just like the gym, you know, it's going to hurt for the first couple, you know, the first 5-6 days, you know, you're going to be in pain. You're going to have, we're going to work you up to. We're going to start with a gentle walk to the mailbox. We'll work up to 20 miles. You'll get there.
Unlike your trainers at the gym.
Nah, they just throw you into 20 miles and just laugh at you.
Come on, let's do 50 pounds.
That's what it feels like, but they really aren't. They're working you up to. You just feel like it.
I know.
Because you've been sitting on the couch eating Cheetos. You know what I mean? You're not built for that yet.
5 pounds is so.
But sometimes our studies like that, we are not ready for that yet. I haven't studied anything since the 1900s, Andy.
Yes.
I haven't cracked the book since it was 1999, like Prince said. I'm just saying it's going to take me a minute to get my highlighter game back on.
Yes.
And then you realize,
I'm a master highlighter.
what is this tablet thing? It's electronic. I don't put my highlighter on this.
Can I highlight on this?
Right. Well, you're in luck because our study guides do that. We have it in e-form and you can print it out so you can get your highlighter game back on. So yay for 1900 studiers. You can get your fingerprints all over that with your Cheeto stains and your coffee rings. You guys, we like to keep it like that. You've got the SIE, the 6, the 63, and for members, we got the 26. Check it out. Also, we have an orientation that explains our whole entire program. We have the Kona community, which is our message board. We're going to show you a little bit of that tomorrow night. We're going to answer questions from the Discord, from our message board. Guys, it's an educational tool. You can post questions, ask questions, look up stuff. It's that 24/7 study hall that you don't even have to go to a local coffee shop and smell someone's bad body odor and pretend like the coffee's not expensive. I'm just telling you, it's an awesome study hall. You can plug into it, it's free, and you can do it from the comfort of your own PJs. Hey, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is just scan that QR code, hit the link in the chat. Also, we got the merch store. Pick up some fresh gear. I am wearing one of the shirts. Brandy's got one on. I got a hat on. I'm going to have some tanks coming out in the next week or two because it is tank season. Not for me, but for you. But, you know, some of us don't look good in the tank. But for those who do, hey, they'll be there. They'll be there for you. Not for me, but that's cool. I got t-shirts for the rest of us, and they'll be and you will look good in that slimming black color.
It's my favorite color.
Hey, people know. Hey,
My favorite.
if you know, you know. I'm just saying. Makes me think I'm 10 pounds lighter. No. Anyways, text Kona to that to 833 number there, and you get your study reminders throughout the day. Give you a little lift, get you a little. You reconnect, you know, maybe you forgot to get your study on. Maybe you're just one of those RVPs. Maybe you're a RVP in the making. Maybe, I don't know, you work for one of those other firms and you just need a little reminder to nudge you into getting your study on.
It happens.
Let's go. 868 Kona. That's where you reach me. That's where you can give me a voicemail or a text, and I'll get back to you really quick. That just rings my phone. Everywhere else, it takes a minute for me to see that message come up. So, but that is the fastest way to get a hold of me. 866 Kona or 866-439-5662. You know, the younger generation don't know sometimes that the letters and numbers are all connected on the phone. There's the thing.
I know, this is true.
It is true. They're like, okay, boomer with your numbers and letters. All right, 8 Brandy KonaButterflyz over. You just message Brandy direct over there, just at her on one of the channels, or you just click on her name and just message her direct, and that's how you get a hold of her. Real quick, we got live session reminder for all you members. We got the Series 26 happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is small group tutoring for the 26th. That is 7 a.m. in Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, Arizona, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. in the East Coast. And then the 65ers, we got, dang it, you told me what it was.
Keywords.
Yeah, I left that out.
Options.
Futures.
And I put
debt. That's right. Options, futures, and debt. Oh my.
Yes.
That's what I titled it. Because I don't know. It's feeling the Wizard of Oz there for a minute.
Well, it's true. Options, futures, and debts. Oh my! It's literally the 3 things that people fear.
There you go.
Yes, and we're gonna break them down tomorrow.
Put on your ruby red slippers and let's go.
That's right.
If you don't got them, get some.
Yep.
Make you feel better. All right, 9 a.m. Hawaii, 12 p.m. Pacific, Arizona, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. in the East. I know I feel better in my ruby reds. She has to laugh because I don't. All right, let's go. If you don't follow us, I wish you would, because we do. When we have a pastor, we add one to the Kona Hall of Fame. And yesterday, I don't even know. I should check. Yes. Okay. Good. Yesterday we mentioned we had a passer, Series 63, all the way out from Hawaii. Aloha. We welcome you, Jen. Congratulations on passing the Series 63. You are now fully licensed, and just so you can hear it, we got a passer! Anyways, all right, go ahead and mute yourself and let all the fine people know how you got this thing done, and congratulations on getting this thing done. And we're so happy to have you on here.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
Did you party like it was 1999 yesterday?
98, maybe. Yeah, I'm super elated right now. Okay, so KonaButterflyz has been a godsend. It's been pretty amazing. So it took me 2 tries to pass the SIE, 3 tries to pass the 6. And I didn't join KonaButterflyz until after I failed the second exam for the 6. And I was like, I need help. And one thing that helped me, I mean, in addition to attending the small groups and small group sessions and paying attention to Discord and participating and reading all the questions, it was really just keeping consistent to it. Leverage Kaplan, you guys. Like, the performance tracker is your best friend. That's where you see where your weak areas are, and you really have to just keep at it, because if you miss 2 days in a row or something, you just have to keep it in your brain every single day. I started to get obsessed with Q banks. I would have it on my phone. I would do it 10 at a time. I would even just random 10 questions or focus on my weak areas. Like TMI, I would actually, if you bring your phone with you to the bathroom or the toilet,
I say it all the time.
And I'm busting out my Kaplan and I'm doing my Q banks. And granted, maybe you get 1 question in. You might get 10 questions in, whatever. So just get at it. I started to make it a game. I wouldn't go to sleep until I score like an 80 or something like that. Like, I would just keep going. And there's days where I can only do 5 questions. And I'm like, all right, I'll just get back to it the next day. I actually leverage Solomon exam prep. So you do have to pay additional for that, but you only have to do the simulated exam. You don't need to pay for the whole packages or whatever. So I found that super helpful because the questions are pretty different compared to Kaplan. So if you want to just get that whole array of questions and answers, always read your explanations when you answer the questions. Sometimes the things you read in the explanations aren't even in the exam manual. They're not really covered in the book. And you're like, hey, I didn't read that. I didn't know that before. So you'll see new information. Reaching out on Discord is super helpful. You get feedback from other people. If you don't pay for a Solomon exam prep membership, you'll see other questions from people that are taking the exam too. So, and everyone will gives feedback on one another. So that's pretty awesome. Definitely PMA every day, all the time. You just have to believe in yourself. And like, I actually visualize seeing the pass on the screen. Like, after you take your exam, I visualize seeing it. I visualize holding the paper with the pass on it. Like, you have to really, I don't know if you guys do the whole visualization manifestation thing, but after you pass the SIE is a huge milestone. You'll see that you'll learn how to leverage Kaplan. You got to do the simulated exam, the mastery, and the final exam. If you guys are not familiar with those 3 things, then you guys got to get familiar with it in Kaplan. But KonaButterflyz has been pretty amazing. I mean, Brandy and Andy have been awesome. So just stick to it. Like, I'm in Hawaii, guys. So like, Mondays I join like a 6 a.m. class or a 6 a.m. calls, right? And now it's going to be at 7 a.m. because I'm going to be doing the 26 class. And my brain doesn't wake up till 8 a.m. But you know what? I make it happen. So I'm just determined to keep going.
That's right.
Love it.
Hey, winners find a way. Congratulations on getting this thing done. You're now fully licensed. Doesn't it feel good? Feels amazing, doesn't it? So congratulations on that. And we just want to say thank you for using KonaButterflyz and all the great stuff. And I can't wait to see her pass the Series 26.
Me either.
And she snuck this exam in on us like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, she did.
It was Ninja Turtle mode.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty awesome. You anything you want to add?
No, she was very well, I said it yesterday, but I think I said it wrong. She communicated a lot. So not only did she use the message board itself, like the 63 channel, but she also sent me direct messages. Am I on track? Am I doing this right? And should I get this other Q bank? Should I do this? Should I do that? Guys, that's it right there.
There you go. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, there you go. Why do we have people talk on here? You're like, is it for the recognition? Is it, to give them their due in the spotlight? Of course, a little bit of that. But most importantly, I think it's important for you to hear a passer, their experience, what they got done. Maybe you identify, maybe there's something they said that you can resonate with, and you just grab that and you're like, oh, okay, I'll add that to my arsenal, or that I'll add that to my my list of
Mhm.
things that I need to do. And I love the fact that she touched upon my thing all the time. I say this all the time. You guys are all in the bathroom with your phone.
It's true.
We all know 90% of these Instagram and Facebook posts come straight from the potty room.
I mean,
We
come
all
on,
know
man.
this.
We do.
I'm just saying,
The
there's
water
other things you could
closet.
do that are way more productive
It's true.
while you're in there,
Right.
depending on how much fiber you had. I'm just saying, you could get a lot done.
You went there.
Just saying.
Oh, and by the way, we didn't mention it, but she also works, right? So
Yep.
she has a
Full-time job.
job. Plus, she's building a business.
I think it went without saying, when you're in Hawaii, you got a full-time job and you got a
Yes.
business.
Yes,
And then probably a side hustle.
yeah, yeah, and guys, she's really dedicating. This is part of her whole like overhaul of like just teaching people overall wellness and health. Because financial wellness and financial health, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're struggling financially, it puts a lot of stress on your body.
Word up.
A lot of stress on your body, and you might not even realize it. And so, keeping your financial health in check is also very important for you and your clients.
Yeah, and most of you are all here because you need an extra bump in the wallet, and you're willing to do that extra thing. You guys are doing this as a side hustle, and you have a main business, and you don't know where to get this thing going or how to get it going, but you got to do it. You just got to level up, and you got to get your promotion. You are in charge of your own promotion. You are in charge of getting your own training, your own education, and getting that next license, and doing everything to get to that next level. Guys, you are an extreme opportunity where you've been begging, asking, where is that opportunity where someone would just give me the chance? I will do everything it takes to take it to the next level. But, I'm stuck in this 9-to-5er, and they always give it to Renee, and Renee doesn't know anything. I know everything. I've been here for 15 years. Right. And they're like, just give me a chance. I'm smarter than everybody in this whole building. And then look, you get an opportunity, and the next thing you know, you got a chance to go study and level up. But are you doing it?
Nah, Instagram's more interesting.
No, you got to do it. You got to do it. Stick with it. And you're all on here tonight. So I want to say you guys are taking that first step, and at least you're showing up. Now we got to make that time on the treadmill count, and we can't be reading a paper and just walking slow and thinking we got to work out.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't. You got to put the effort in. We got to make it sweat. So let's get this thing going. Let's do a test taking techniques Tuesday. Brandy, what do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And guys, I was thinking about, okay, we could do an in the news tonight, but I was like, you know what? The Fed met today. They're meeting tomorrow as well. So we really won't have any kind of like next level talk on the economy until after tomorrow anyways. So I was like, why? And I don't know if you guys noticed, if you guys watch the markets, they were pretty flat today.
Yeah, it didn't do a lot. It was actually kind of interesting. Gas prices actually went kind of down today.
Yeah, I had a lot of red and greens. So
I have a friend who owns a gas station, so he's like keeping me up to date. Like, it's going down 5 cents tomorrow. So there you go.
But we will be talking about it tomorrow because we both found an interesting article regarding like what a CEO says. This CEO says this, and this CEO says this, and this rapper says this, and Janet Yellen went, yeah. I love her response to Cardi B's tweet.
Yeah.
I'm a human, but I don't give much thought to that.
Right.
I love her.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's get this going before we get Cardi B takes on the economy.
Yes, I
I-
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that tomorrow.
I love her. She at least makes it entertaining. All right. Test taking techniques Tuesday. This is the techniques we give you. Test taking techniques. We got some rules. Rule number 1 is when we're going through this, I want you to pay attention to Brandy's approach. It's all about the approach. How is she breaking down these questions? What is she reading first? Why is she reading that first?
Why?
What did she write down on her paper? What was the connection?
What?
How did she cross that off? What was that thing she did? That's what you need to pay attention to.
Yes.
So rule number 1 is I don't want to hear you ask, what question did that exam come from? It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Some of us, when we get started, we see something that's so hard and we just barely started. We're like, oh my gosh, that is so difficult. And we just roll over. Look, guys, you're learning a new language. Have grace. You might not understand anything because you just started. That's golden, because you're going to realize some of these questions, you don't need to know anything. You just need to pay attention.
Right.
So pay attention.
Yep.
Watch what's going on. Rule number 2, as soon as we're done here, you're going to go grab yourself a flash quiz. That's 10 questions in 10 minutes. That's 1 minute of thought. Doesn't matter where you're at in your study. Doesn't matter what you're doing. All you're going to do is practice the techniques, and that's it. You're going to have no thought. Just go with the gut. Look for the patterns. Look for the things that you saw. And then you're just going to add this drill to your repertoire of stuff that you do every single time you sit down to do quizzes.
Mhm.
It's a drill.
Yep.
It's a drill. And then next thing you know, you're adding that to your full exam, experience. You're like, that's just what I do. I do the crossover, behind the back, up the middle, over the post, slam dunk. Because that's just how I practice every day.
Yep.
It's that difficult every day.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you, you got to do that. So were you ready?
So yes, and I want to say this. You guys, how when you're new to Kona and you're new to this whole like weird system thing that we do here, right? You're probably like, what the heck? If I see an options question, I freeze. I hate options, and you don't even like look beyond that topic, right? Because just like Andy said in the very beginning, we all have life experience and we all have like common sense. And if we look beyond the content itself, not like, this is an options question, but more like, what other words can I use? Dude, makes this thing so much easier. Just thought I would say that. Just thought I would throw that in.
Real quick, test taking techniques Tuesday. We always start with answers first. Why do we do that?
We do answers first, guys, because what we do, oh my goodness, my brain is not working.
What they do when you read the answers first is when you read the question,
Yes.
and you read the answers first. When you go finally to go read the question, you're now reading that question with intent. You know where the answers are pointing you to in that question. You already grabbed the file out of the messy desk that is your brain, and you have it in your hand, and you're like, okay, now I know where we're going with this question, and it's much easier to zero in.
Right. And then we also start to recognize that maybe like there's patterns here, or maybe like 3 of these answers say only. Those types of things.
Or we can get rid of an answer because it's obviously wrong, and we can
Yes,
get it off the
process of
docket.
elimination. Exactly. So I got this one: customer's name, principal's signature, the customer's tax identification or social security number, and I got the customer signature. So right away, guys, I see that A and D are opposite, right? They both talk about the customer. Then if you look, this one's talking about signature and that one's talking about signature. I'm so happy she's on tonight. Monica Rojas titled this the double dip.
This is the double dip.
This is when we see 2 opposites, guys. 99% of the time, when you guys see an opposite like this, one of them is the answer. And it just so happens that D is in the opposite of both of them. So if I was just going, I don't even know what we're talking about right here, I'm going to say probably the answer is D, based purely on the fact.
Do you guys see why it's a double dip? There's 2 lines that point to that one answer.
Yes.
And we don't even know what the question is, folks.
Nope.
But let's see what happens.
Yes, let's read the question. And the question said, which of the following's not required on the new account form?
Customer signature.
Now, wouldn't you look at this and you go, man, all of this stuff seems important on a new account form, but guys, you're just opening an account. You're not making a recommendation. You're not getting any other information. You're just opening the shell of the account. And guess what? That's the answer.
It's not a contract. You're just opening an account. We
That's
didn't
right.
agree into anything. I just said you
No.
open up the account so we can talk.
That's it. You can open an account over the phone.
There you go. Don't need a signature for that.
That's right. But the principal needs to approve it, but the customer will sign off on other things.
Look at that. You might not know anything. You might have not even studied this yet, but do you see the double dip? That's what we talk about mastering exam taking, folks.
Exactly. All right, let's get to this one. I got legislative risk, business risk, credit risk, reinvestment risk. So legislative risk, doesn't that sound like laws?
Yeah.
Right.
Legislation. I watched Bill on a Hill
Right.
when I was a kid,
Right.
eating my Cheerios.
Exactly. Doesn't business risk sound like business?
Yeah, it's definitely one there.
Right. Doesn't credit risk sound something like maybe you're not paying your bills?
Yeah, for sure.
Not
Or you may or may not. Who knows?
paying a payment, right? Because that's credit, right? And then reinvestment risk, I'm sure that has something to do with like I sold something and I want to reinvest something, right? So I'm going to put repurchase a new security, right? Doesn't that sound like what reinvestment?
It's a risk that they may or may not do that.
Exactly.
I'm hoping they do.
Right.
But who knows?
Right. So let's read the question.
They might not want to reinvest in Blockbuster.
Right. Right. So let's do this. An investor purchased 1,000 shares of the KLP Corporation common stock. Okay. And we're talking about common stock. Do you pay like payments on common stock?
No.
And then,
not a rent to own.
No. And then late introducing a new product, lost half its market to a competitor, resulting in the investor shares losing substantial value. I don't know, guys. I looked at this and I said, well, business, it's a business. That's the only thing we're talking about here. Boom. There was no mention of law and there was no mention of reinvesting anything. So it's not that. Process of elimination, we get there. Now, I do want to say this, guys.
Yeah, do you guys see that? There's no talk of laws. So X out the legislation.
Right.
There's no talk about missing a payment.
Or debts or anything.
Anything. So credit's out. There's definitely not repurchasing a stock there.
Right. Now, here is what I'm going to say. The official definition of reinvestment risk is actually when a bond matures and interest rates are down, finding another bond that's going to pay you the same income. So it is specific to bonds, but I was trying to
the new person who doesn't know anything.
Exactly.
And we're just taking common words that we know.
Exactly.
And just looking at it that way.
Exactly.
It's a new way of looking at it.
I didn't want anybody who had been studying going, Brandy, seriously?
Yeah, no. We know what we're talking about here. We're just making it easy for you to simple. Simple. Keep it simple.
Simplify. Right. And new product, right? It's the new product, but they were late. See?
Yes.
Okay.
Lavelle was on it though, by the way, but I'm just going to say that.
Yes. Okay.
On top of the game.
That's right. Okay. I got maximum sale. Okay. I got in the entirety. I got all or none and firm commitment. Now, on the surface of this, okay, we're probably talking about, well, I know what we're talking about. We're talking about underwriting, right? And the only two that sounds familiar to me is C and D. But let's look at the question and see if we can really just figure out.
Maximum sale sounds like foolishness to me.
Which one?
Maximum sale. I don't know why.
I don't like that one either.
I don't know why. It just sounds like clown time. Maximum sale. What the heck does that mean?
Now, I will say this. Geo put C in
I like the minimal sale
answer, right?
What?
I see this. Look, I see the words in the entirety and I see all or none, and these look very similar. So I have a feeling, since now this is like deep dive test taking technique, since those two seem similar, however, I don't remember ever hearing B, I think the answer is C as well.
Right. You can just hear that in the studying somewhere.
Right. Okay. So let's read the question and let's make some matches. Okay. A best efforts underwriting in which the entire issue must be sold or the entire offer is canceled is what?
There you go.
See, even if we didn't know any of the stuff, all or none.
Yeah, entire, the whole thing.
You gotta
all
sell
of
it
the
all
enchilada.
or
Look,
cancel.
I didn't even study yet. I'm brand new. I
Mm.
got that though. All an
Right.
entire, canceled, none. Just connections,
Yes,
guys.
that's it.
Stay
it.
present in the question. Stay present in the question.
Absolutely. Just pay attention to the words they gave you. Okay. I got mutual fund. I got an open end. I got a closed end. I got a front end load. Now, these two are opposite, right? One is open, one is closed. Now, guys, if you even have a little bit of studying under your belt, you know that an open end is a mutual fund. So these two are the same. Hold up. So is D, because you can only do a front end on a mutual fund.
Yep.
So this is also the same. So the only one that, guys, I can't pick a mutual fund, an open end, or a front end because they're all the same thing. How can I pick one of them if they're the same?
Right. So C is the only option because that's the only option.
Oh, wait, I forgot to show you guys a question. Customers could pay a commission rather than a sales charge for shares of closed-end fund. These trade. That's why.
Look at the pattern. Look at what the answers are saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're almost saying, pick me, before you even read the question.
Okay, one more.
Some of y'all see that pick me and you're like, nah, I'm picking A.
But I think it's A. But why? Because A is B.
What?
What? In this answer.
Right.
A is B. And D. Okay. All right, guys. Last one. The fund sells to an annuity, which in turn sells to the investor. Why are we adding annuities in there?
I don't know.
That just doesn't. I do this, guys. Sometimes I'll go like this. No, that's my no face.
It's a meh.
Meh. Fund sells to a broker dealer, which it has a selling arrangement, which in turn sells to an investor. That sounds okay. I like that. Fund sells to investors through their custodian bank. Again, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Fund sells directly to the investor. I don't see why not. Right. Okay. Question. And it says, typically a no load mutual funds are sold to the public in which of the following ways. Well, if you guys look, everything, even if you don't know what a no load is, everything has a middleman. A has a middleman, B has a middleman, C has a middleman. This is the only one direct. There is no middleman.
It's just direct to consumer.
So there's no middleman, which means no load, no middleman. That's the answer.
That's it. Direct to consumer.
Yep.
And it was the only one that was different.
Yep.
So it had a couple patterns in those answer selections there. And you just got to read it.
And even though B was a true statement, that does happen, not in a no load.
There you go.
So,
bam.
Thank you.
Bam.
Thank you.
And you guys think that's, like A, B, C, and D. I guarantee you, if you had a scrap paper, there would be the meh face, there would be the happy face, there would be the meh face, and the happy face. That's exactly what she's writing on the scrap paper. Remember, when you're taking the exam, you don't got time to be writing, paragraphs. Make it quick. You know what that means. Who else is reading that?
This is what I do, guys.
There you go.
Yep. One more. I don't have one more.
Ah.
Well, I usually only pull 5, so I only have 5.
There you go. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
We'll do some more tomorrow
We'll
on
do more
Hard Hitting Wednesday.
And on Thursday. It's almost like we do some sort of
every night.
taking technique every day. We do the Studying Brew.
Right. And you can go ahead.
Oh.
And then just remember, on our Discord, you can catch the Studying Brew replays. You can look in the search option, look up test-taking techniques. You will see all the free replays of all the different test-taking techniques Tuesdays or anytime we ever do this. So if you need more, you got more. Just go check it out on the Discord or on Patreon. Same thing. All right, everybody. We got those live sessions tomorrow. You got quizzes to take. And we'll be back tomorrow for the Studying Brew for another Hard Hitting Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're going to be answering questions on the Discord.
Yeah.
So be posting away because we're going to take one from every single one of those different channels and answer it live tomorrow
Series 6, you should probably be posting some questions in there.
Maybe we'll double down on SIE. They want it more. All right. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a good night.
Guys, thank you so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Don't forget that flash quiz before you go to sleep tonight, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening.
Yeah.